Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How does spiritual materialism get in the way of realization?
Well, nothing gets in the way of realization, and everything gets in the way of it. It depends on what we have a sense of what the realization means. So we have everything being relative to enlightenment, and nothing being relative to enlightenment. So if you're talking about materialism, everybody's addicted to that, for the most part. And that means that people are unwilling to drop it. That means they're also unwilling to become enlightened beyond that. So there has to be a balance of what your business is on the material or the external, and then what your business is on the internal, relative to whatever the spiritual means that you're trying to accomplish or realize for yourself. The realization is already in place. It's already now. You can't do anything but realize it right now. It just is what it is. It's the living presence of itself. So how we relate to that determines to what degree we are living in a state of realization. A state of clearness, a state of simplicity, a state of peace, a state of freedom from neuroses, a state of equilibrium and balance, a state of happiness, a state of punctuality. All of these are part of the managing of the consciousnesses that we have to work with in order to stop and be no consciousness. And then begin our practice from the consciousness of no consciousness, so to speak. And so people can be confused by materialism or obstructed by it, and they can be obstructed by spiritualism. So it's just another thing. See, another preoccupation, another ghost to chase after. So the spiritual is a word and an obstruction because of that. See. It's not about concepts, really, but we need to use concepts in order to effectively communicate with other beings and ourselves sometimes. You need to know who you are, what you're doing, how you're appearing, and so on, to manage that, up to a point. See? But then there's nothing to manage beyond the point. Yeah. Everything just is what it is. See? So let's say spiritual practice then is this preparation for being able to let everything be as it is. And we're not permitting chaos to destroy anyone. See? Which then supposes that there's something more than chaos when everything is being as it is, that is greater than chaos and is really what someone should look forward to. And we're talking about equilibrium and balance. See? Emptiness realization. See? That egolessness has nothing to do with whatever you have to do or have ever had to do or will ever have to do. It can get done, it will get done, but you don't have to bring in the gargantuan ego programming into it. Right, to make it more than it needs to be to get the job done. That requires a little bit of focus and simplicity and some energy in the right direction.